This is Geeks Against. I'm Scott, and we're talking about Big Apple Con in New York City, which took place on Saturday, March 5th, 2016. Originally, the idea for this video was going to be how to survive a comic book convention because, well, it can be a little bit overwhelming. But instead, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the events that happened, pretty much with a video montage with some, interviews and questions, just to give you an idea of what happens at a Comic-Con.
Wonderful, Howard.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Anytime, Howard. As you can see, we have a lovely setup behind us up here. I'll let you get to that in a couple minutes.
It's a Comic Fest.
So, we're going to be talking about how to survive a Comic-Con, or a convention in general.
Sounds good.
So, first question is, how much sleep do you want to have the night before?
How much?
I know the anxiety of, oh my god, I get my comic books in order to find out who's autographing what, how much money I want to have on me. I know that's important, but how much sleep do you typically aim for yourself? Because you're a veteran. How many Comic-Cons have you actually gone to? That might be a better question.
Countless.
Conventions. Okay.
I can't count that high. I did at least 20 just last year.
I figured that's because you're a photographer as well, professional photographer, so you obviously have to work the scene a lot.
Yeah.
So what are your
but it's fun for me. I don't have to. It's fun for me. As far as sleep, how much I would like to get versus how much I actually get, yeah, the excitement kicks in. If I get like 4 to 5 hours, I can function. There's one night at New York Comic Con this year where I was way too excited. I only got like a nap the night before, so that kind of hurt. Get whatever sleep you can function on. It's the adrenaline kicks in. You're excited about it. It's I'd recommend if you can get your full night's sleep that you need regularly to function, get that, but take what you can get, man.
Do you bring water with you? I mean, I saw you had a...
Water's neutral. I usually put like a Crystal Light thing in my water, so I
keep
definitely...
the sugar.
Yeah, I like to have drinks on me, and I like to have I usually keep like Pop-Tarts in my bag, because that's like an easy like go-to snack. Because you never know like what food a convention's gonna have or like what the prices are gonna be. I'd like to know I have something that I know I'll like, and that I'm covered. So it's always good to have like con snacks. Something is good for you to help you function.
You photograph a lot of cosplayers. Personally, I find cosplayers to be a little bit distracting at conventions. They definitely make the traffic flow almost unbearable in certain areas. What's your advice to cosplayers for how to survive at conventions? You take photos of people in the most insane costumes, and I give them credit for pulling off a Hulkbuster or whatever they want to wear. But obviously, you must see what works and what doesn't work, because some of these people probably retire the minute they walk, the 2 blocks over.
First of all, I have nothing but respect for the people with the ginormous cosplays and the extra large weapons. Just like the time and know how to put that together, I have nothing but respect for them. As far as the photographing aspect goes, that is more up to the photographer to pull someone aside to a safer area, not in the main walkway. Because once one person does it, then you're gonna get all the photographers and people with the camera phones. So if you want to photograph a cosplayer, get them off to the side.
Right.
Like a quieter area. If you have a main row here, come into the side row real quick. Just don't block traffic, because at the bigger cons or the tighter cons, it's not fun.
Right. Now, last question before I get to this. You know that a lot of cosplayer weapons that you've seen, you mentioned the big weapons you see. If you were during a zombie apocalypse, what cosplay weapons would you want to have in your arsenal?
That's a good one. You know what? I love the idea of, I'll just go with Michonne's katana right out the bat.
Okay.
I love the intelligence that it's a quiet weapon, but it's also very effective.
Not like Joker's sledgehammer, because you need to have a lot of fulcrum behind you to get that thing.
Yeah, and it's easy to carry around. It won't weigh too much, but it'll do a lot of damage. The sword. I mean, I don't think I would want a crossbow, but if we're talking about any weapon in general, I'll take a laser gun. A Power Rangers blaster or something like that. Maybe something else. Green Lantern ring. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Yeah. I'll take a lightsaber too.
All right. Yeah. I'm coming back from my honeymoon on this day, so I know I will most likely not be able to attend this part. This part I gotta see if I can get to it without getting in trouble. The camera woman is actually my fiance. And this is actually my photographer for the wedding too. I gotta finish the paperwork. He's gonna hit me for that, but All right, so let's talk about this.
Garden State Comic Fest. It's one of New Jersey's biggest comic shows. It is more comic book based. It focuses more on the comic books than the celebrities. Like our biggest celebrity last year was Ming Chen, and that's because he's in the comic book industry. You know, we don't go for like the typical story. It's more comic book based. It's great for the serious collectors and then also the cosplayers, because they have a lot. You know, these cosplayers, like, they have a lot of knowledge about their characters in the comic book world. This is a great show. I love this show. I love the people who run it. It's one of my favorites. We're going twice as big this year. We're taking up 2 ice rinks in Morristown. It's we got Kevin Eastman coming. We got, speaking of the Hulkbuster, we got the cosplayers who did the giant Hulkbuster from New York Comic Con. They're one of our guests.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, Louis Suicide, Brea B. That's the only ones I can talk about right now. Trying to think, Greg Hildebrandt. Yeah, we got a lot of announcers coming up in the next 2 months too.
Now for our final last 2 questions, which I know I promised I wasn't asking any other questions about other stuff, but
It's all good.
Batman versus Superman, who's your money on?
It's a tough question, man.
I figured that's why I saw your shirt.
I don't know. Can I show you my tattoo?
Iron Man or Cap?
I'm thinking about that one.
My money's on Deadpool. It'd be great if your friend who has the costume just showed up right now.
That'd be funny if like he can like cross like the boundaries between Fox and Marvel.
He breaks the
together.
5th wall of lawyer fees or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be him. Yeah, I want to go with Team Cap.
Team Cap? Okay.
Yeah. Even though the story, it may not end well for Mr. Rogers there, but I think I still want to go with Team Cap.
Thanks so much for doing this hour.
Yeah, no
pleasure. We'll be in touch. All right.
Hi, I'm Riley Brown, creator of the most redundant supervillain ever, Bob, Agent of Hydra.
Best character, too. Thank you so much, Riley.
Everyone's favorite henchman.
First question. When you're getting ready for a Comic-Con, who's on your hit list to kill first?
That's a tough one. All the other me's, but then they're just gonna come back, which is gonna be pretty awesome. Maybe the slaves, because they're cheap knockoffs.
All right. So here's the next question. When you're getting ready for a comic book convention, how much time do you prepare yourself with sleep? Because obviously this stuff looks like it's probably going to weigh a lot on you when you're moving around. You probably want to have some full rest on you.
I try and get enough sleep, but all in all, I'm always too excited, so I end up going to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I wake up early, just ready, just pumped.
So, third question. You're at Comic-Con. There's a fire. And Kanye West and Kim Kardashian are the only 2 people left in the building with you. What kind of chimichanga would you have?
The one that's outside, not burning.
Perfect. Serious question. How do you do it all day long? Like, do you have a second set of clothing you'd get into, or do you get changed here, or do you wear this out in the city until you come here?
With this convention, I came with a different set of clothes, but normally I'll just walk outside with what I'm wearing.
And
I have no shame in what I wear.
did you make half the stuff? Did you buy all this stuff, or how did you put it together?
All right, so I bought these, but they were all black. I spray painted it.
Good call.
These guns, they were green. They were water guns, so I spray painted these as well. Everything else is bought. Like I bought this off Zentai, the Zentai. I got this off Amazon. Everything else is just straight up Amazon.
And any advice you have for people who are getting ready to cosplay for the first time?
Go for it. Doesn't matter what size you are, what color you are. Just do what you love. Do what your favorite character is. Do what makes you happy.
Batman or Superman?
Batman. I hate Superman. I can't stand that guy. Sorry.
Team Stark or Team Rogers for Civil War? Are you going to make a cameo in there and kill both of them?
I just might make a cameo. Whoever has the biggest paycheck.
To me, that you are able to break the 4th wall, so
I
you can
am.
possibly break all that other stuff.
I can probably break anything.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Wade Wilson. Pleasure to meet you. Now you have a website you were talking about?
Yes. There's a lot of Velcro going on here. That's not me. I swear.
Are you sure you're not a twin alien with, funny looking hair?
No. And I don't go on their website either. It's not a fantasy or anything. It's my God.
B. Arthur's going to be jealous. Thank you so much. And this is Shadow Cosplay. I'll put a link on the website as well. Thank you so much, Deadpool. Pleasure meeting you. Hi, I'm Scott. This is Brandon Montclair from Connect Network. So it looks like you've been working on Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. I loved the original Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur?
Well, it's very different, obviously. The original Devil Dinosaur comic took place in Dinosaur World, and they fought cavemen and everything else. So the update to it brings Devil Dinosaur into modern-day New York City, where he meets a young girl, and they kind of have to work together, even though they're very different and obviously don't trust each other. But Moon Boy's in it also, so if you're a fan of the old stuff, he's in the flashback scenes to Dinosaur World, and so it respects all of that continuity, but new adventures in the here and now. Right, like I said, switching it up.
Love Devil Dinosaur. It's kind of cool to see that he's actually now working with somebody innocent. I mean, he's had a tragic past himself. Really cool concept with that. What can you tell us about Chaos King? I know that's an older story arc.
Oh, Chaos King, yeah, that was the reason I really liked to work on that was because it was 30 pages of art by Michael Kaluta, and like I said, since I was a little kid, I've been a huge fan of it. He's a Hall of Famer now. But that was a tie-in to the Chaos War Hercules miniseries. So that was 3 different stories with Kaluta shorts that they jammed into one, kind of giving the origin of the Chaos King.
And final question for the day. Darkhawk versus Batman.
Well, Nighthawk, but yeah.
Nighthawk, I'm sorry. So many Marvel characters, similar names. I apologize.
Nighthawk is obviously the Marvel, I think it's safe to say, the ripoff of Batman. So
Squadron Supreme right there. Justice League knockoff.
Yeah, exactly. All Hyperion Superman and Nighthawk's Batman. In this series was fun to work on, and I really like Nighthawk a lot because I played him as purely a ripoff of a very Frank Miller Dark Knight Batman.
Okay.
So he's kind of spun crazy in that miniseries. He's throwing people out of windows and being very angry and trying to intimidate people with fear. So I love the classic Batman. He's great, but to be able to kind of goof on it through Nighthawk was a lot of fun too. So I love Nighthawk. I wish I could do more stuff with him.
And he had the comic relief with Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck was in there too, yeah, exactly. Before his little appearance in for 2 seconds in Guardians. So yeah, but it was like I said, it was not the all-star line of Frankenstein's monster, She-Hulk, Nighthawk, and Howard the Duck, plus Man-Thing too. So.
Which had an awesome movie, which never came out in the U.S.
Oh no, I never saw it. Yeah, so the Man-Thing movie we're talking about. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Okay, my name is Jessica Abernathy with GeeksAgainst, and this is Robert Conti.
Hi, how are you?
And I'm going to ask Robert Conti some few questions about how he survives Comic-Con.
Well, I've been doing comic book conventions for about 30 years now. So, there's a few things I've learned to kind of make life a little easier. So the first thing you want to do is you don't want to bring too much stuff. Because if you bring too much stuff and the day goes by, you have to carry a lot of stuff home. So the good news is that when you have experience doing the shows, you bring what you hope to be just enough to keep you going through the day. And then if you do have some left over, then give it to some of your dealer friends and stuff so they can promote your work. If you brought too little and then half the day goes by and there's nothing left, then to bring more next time.
Have you ever ran out of stuff before the end of the day?
Oh, absolutely. When you run out of stuff before the end of the day, it's frustrating because there are people that want your stuff, they can't get it. You hope they'll reach out to you via the email or the internet to get it. You have to really try to be cautious with as much stuff as you bring. Because the more products you bring as well, it could, there's a lot to carry home if you're stuck with things. So you try to be as conservative as possible.
Okay, so what do you do? What are the different things that you have here?
Well, today there's 2 books I worked on. The one I'm proudest of is Star Wars, the original Topps Trading Cards series. These are all the 1977 and 78 Star Wars cards that were originally printed by Topps. And then we also have the bonus of the Wonder Brick cards that preceded the Topps cards. So it's very exciting. It's sold out twice. It's in 3rd printing now. So I'm very happy with how well this book's been received. This book, Star Wars Galaxy, is a collection of all the Galaxy cards that came out in 1993 and 1995. This hits bookstores on Tuesday, so this is actually just a preview copy for the weekend.
Oh, wow.
But what I'm even more excited about is this project over here. Through an arrangement with Penguin Random House, There's about $22,500 in scholarships available to New York City high school seniors every year who aspire to write and draw their own graphic novels. All they have to do is submit, anywhere from a 4 to 6 page story. This booklet includes who won last year, and top prize is $10,000 to be used for any scholarship that you want, which is awesome. I'm very excited about this, and the reaction to it's been great.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
For your time.
I don't know what I am.
We also love Sam.
Geeks are cool.
We are also
I'm not cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
I get it.
we're also
He's
here.
the coolest.
Make Mine Marvel as well.
I am. I belong.
Lifetime supporter.
Lifetime, boy. Whatever life I got, yes.
So what got you into comic books originally?
Oh
What
my
got you
gosh.
possessed to make some of this
I don't
madness?
know. A sense of self-entity, self-worth, and commerce.
Okay.
I bought and sold comic books and literally lived my life by buying and selling collectibles since I was 12. I enjoyed the art of comics. I was kind of a shy kid, still am in many ways.
I don't see you as being shy. I see you as there was the mayor running around this town.
He's larger than
I pulled out the unshy part of myself and put it up
You
front.
have been
but this is-
shaking babies and kissing hands all over this place all day long. I don't see you as anything
I ain't
but
making
shy.
babies, but I have been shaking them, yes.
So here's the question. How would you recommend surviving a comic book convention? You put this madness together.
Come and see me. I'm your expert. I'll tell you how to do it. Pay me a little bit of money and I'll help you. I've run over 300 conventions in New York City alone. 300 days of convention. Nowhere else.
How many
New
Red
York
Bulls
City.
do you go through?
Guys, that way. Everything is that way. Sorry. How many Red Bulls? I don't go through any Red Bulls, but a lot of cappuccino.
Cappuccino. That's
Like cappuccino.
That's a secret here.
Cash
That
tickets
is
to
a
your
secret.
left. Thank you very much. Right this way. And then I attended over 1,500 conventions. Okay, I haven't done the hours yet. I started with a rock and roll convention. Thank you, officers. Okay, right this way. Tickets. Cash to the left. I've started a rock and roll convention because I loved amusement parks. And my love of amusement parks got me to create this giant fantasy world. I mean, conventions can be so, I don't want anything to be sterile.
What's the
Okay.
craziest thing you've done at a convention?
Oh goodness. I spent $500,000 on a comic book collection. I don't think that's crazy. It's smart, but it's fun.
What was the prize for that?
Detective 27, Detective 29. A nice run of Batman detectives and a few Supermans thrown into boot.
So that brings me to my next question.
Uh-oh. This is it. How much money do I make every year? Just check my tax returns.
I don't think you're Donald Trump, don't worry.
No.
Here's the question.
But I might run for president. My dad should run for president. He's 88.
He's the godfather of comics.
He's 88 and he's still around and he's the most honest person I've ever met.
So since
in
you're
my
a huge
life.
Batman and Superman fan,
Yes.
God forbid, you're in the bathroom, you're out of toilet paper, but you got your favorite Batman issue and your favorite Superman
But
issue.
I have to use
you
it.
You have to sacrifice
You can't just
what's
walk
one.
around without the TP.
What one would you do?
I'd keep the Superman, and Batman would just have to
He's
go
called the
down
Dark
the
Knight.
drain.
He's called the Dark Knight
For
for a
a
reason.
area for.
So, what exactly is badass? How did you get roped into this convention with all the badness?
Well, I've actually been friends with the owner, Michael Carbonaro, for close to 20 years. In 1996, that was a lot of years ago, 20 years ago, we did the show at the church.
Okay.
It was like his first show uptown in a church basement, and I was designing hats. First time I was designing hats, I displayed my hat for the show. And since that day, I've now been designing feathered hats for various rock stars and famous degenerates like.
You got their numbers. I need to
got their numbers.
Put a star next to it.
I know. It's old
Star. I
school
don't see a
Brooklyn.
star.
That's not their name. That's not him. Get
Put a
off
star.
that. Anthony, I know him. So I'm dealing with Mike is just craziness. But I'm designing these feathered hats. I've done like Scott Weiland and Tommy Lee and I don't know, Pamela Anderson, big pink fluffy feathered hat for the MTV Awards years ago. And then I created a cartoon character. You may or may not have heard of it. It's one of the biggest cartoon characters in the history of the world internationally, called the Scrat, SQRAT. And somebody at the Fox Corporation, 20th Century Fox, they liked my Scrat very much after I ran around and said it's $100 million. My cartoon that I have created is worth $100 million. I've got the next Mickey Mouse. And I said that, I must have said it 1,000 times. I said it on CNN for 4 Minutes with Jeannie Mose. I said it in License Magazine. I said it everywhere and to everybody. And it must have reverberated in the universe and the energies. I manifested it. And I could say I had the next Mickey Mouse, unknowingly that Mickey Mouse was stolen. So it's interesting.
You have to hear this.
And
I
now...
need garbage cans. They spend an hour finding the garbage cans.
So, you know, I own the trademark for Badass for New York State. So I'm your New York State Badass.
By the time you get to the sixth wastebasket,
yeah. So if you need anything badass, like one of these shirts, or you know, cards, logos, or anything like that, call me. BadassNY.com.
So, how do you survive going to a comic book convention? Obviously, there's a lot of chaos going around. I don't know how you do it. My nerves are a little bit hit. My anxiety's almost been hit. I've had one Red Bull already. How are you doing?
I had a slice of pizza. Then I had a second slice of pizza. I had a cup of coffee. And I had a second cup of coffee. And then you start talking like me. After you have pizza and coffee, you talk like me and my That's how it works. I've been here since like 8 o'clock. I brought my own posters. I plastered everything up. You know, I'm doing Mike's VIP booth, and I came with my little, it's nice. I got this nice little booth.
Mid-level price stuff. Does that answer your question? Okay. All right, thanks. Cool question. Here's your Star Wars badge. Okay, moving on. Anybody else? Yes, the lady in the back, please.
Are you thinking of releasing any Sith Lord Jar Jar characters or Jar Jar Binks?
Jar Jar. No one's recording this, right? No, we were actually, I don't know about you, but I can speak from the product developments that we do, you know, jewelry and keychains and stuff that we make, that we've been giving directive from Lucasfilm that nothing can have Jar Jar Binks at all, period. And actually, to be honest, we don't do any prequel stuff either. They kind of let us do Darth Maul because he's popular, but you will never see me do Jar Jar Binks at all, ever.
A few years ago, I wrote a comic book called Pop Parody Comics, and we do a parody of Episode 1, Phantom Menace. And there's actually free copies out there. So when you guys go back to the convention, there's boxes of free comics that we're distributing today. And you'll see a parody, the Phantom Menace parody, and in there, Jar Jar Binks bites it. So if you want to laugh, go grab it. It's free, and enjoy.
I mean, I personally don't hate Jar Jar Binks. A lot of people.
I do. I really hate Jar Jar Binks.
I don't hate him. I'm just saying the director that I got from my superiors at Lucasfilm. But
I was personally hoping. I saw the midnight screening of Force Awakens, and I really was hoping that first invasion where the stormtroopers came down and killed a bunch. I was really hoping Jar Jar Binks was there to buy it, but oh well. Maybe the next episode we'll keep our fingers crossed.